Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
We got some stuff to say. And we're not gay, no matter what anybody of you might think. We have thoughts, and they sometimes stink, but we share them. Cause we're Boxcar buddies, scare them. And we're together! And we love each other.
Gross.
Not like that. It's like buds.
I think love is a strong word. I'd
Hey,
say,
you saved my life. You saved my life last week.
Yeah, I'm paying for it. For those who don't know, last week Don almost drowned us in his own human blood.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Now we are a dark shade of maroon.
Yeah, my whole legs are all tint. My skin is stained with my own blood. I had no idea I had that much. I read up on it afterward. You're supposed
Don,
to have.
you had as much blood as like an elephant.
I read up on
ogre.
it. You're supposed to have 8 pints of blood like humans do. And we almost drowned in the boxcar of last week in it. There must have been like, there were gallons.
There was like probably 2,000 gallons in that boxcar.
It was insane. It was insane. I just
Certainly
kept on bleeding. But after I lost consciousness, you somehow managed to kick a hole in it, drain, we...
Thanks to my mushroom leg.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I love that. I love that. Look at it glow. Look at it glow.
Ooh, it's been getting brighter lately.
Well, we're getting close to the harvest moon now. Or no. The solstice.
Do you think this is a gift from the gods of the solstice?
Maybe.
The sun goddess?
Maybe it's possessed. Something
Dude,
like that.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of ghosts.
Yeah, I don't like them.
That's why I always call Freak.
Yeah, I know. Just to check, make sure.
He tucks me in at night. He's like, there will be no ghosts.
Does he?
Well, yeah. He's been doing that lately. He also found this kazoo.
No. Really?
Yeah.
He gave that to you?
Yeah, he gave it to me.
He owes me a kazoo.
Well, this one's mine.
If Freak just has kazoos, you can tell him to pay me mine back.
Or you could tell him yourself. I'm not the one with the debt. I'm the one with the free kazoo.
Great. That was you should practice that a little bit. I think it's out of tune.
Is it the tiny hole or is it the big hole that you're supposed to blow in?
It's the tiny hole. Don't swallow it. Great. So now I'm owed one, and I just watched you eat one, and Freak is tucking you in at night, and he can't even pass you the kazoo he's owed me for weeks.
It was copper, too.
This is a ton of shit. Okay. Hi. Thank you for joining us. I'm Don. This is Greg.
I'm Gerg.
And we try and meet as many times as we can because we both are homeless and we need to eat. And in the case of things like last week, some shenanigans will happen. Some of our appendages will get cut, and you'll just be draining blood, and thankfully,
and
Greg
we'll find out
there,
that Don has more human blood than probably in the United States.
Which is good to know. Maybe I'll start donating and stuff now.
I wouldn't donate this. Don, if this can turn our skin color into this dark of a red,
I kind of like
imagine what if it does inside someone else's bloodstream.
Makes them super.
It makes them super ugly right now because I look like a cherry.
Yeah, you're very dark.
We look like cherries.
Just my legs, and I'm wearing pants, so I mean...
Way to make me feel better.
I'm cool with it.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks again for saving me, and you know what else? You swallowed the kazoo just now, right in front of my face.
I sure did.
So you're talking about staining your skin with blood, and you are eating the kazoo, which very well should have gone to me. And I'm guessing that tonight you're going to see Freak as he tucks you in, right?
Yeah, Freak will probably tuck me in at night.
Great.
I've been having some haunting problems. Not from BB, just like voices.
General haunting problems?
Yeah.
Like what? What do you...
Well, I still hear that voice, but like instead of like humming to the Nutcracker, he's been doing it to like Don't Fear the Reaper.
Really?
Yeah. Baby, you should fear the Reaper.
'cause he's gonna take your soul away, you haunted fucker. Greg Broderick, your soul's mine.
Jeez.
Come on, baby.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Well, I'm certainly afraid of death, but
But you don't. It's just a strange choice, I guess, is what I'm thinking of. If you're haunted and this guy is putting stuff in your head, it's just kind of random, is all.
yeah.
Haven't
not
heard
sure
that
what
song
it
in a
is.
while. Haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a goodie. A lot of cowbell in there.
Yeah, there certainly is.
Great cowbell.
There's a great amount of cowbell, a bass, not so much guitar, but plenty of cowbell.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so aside from all that nonsense, Greg and I will meet up once a week and we talk about the things that we've done throughout the week, where we managed to get some food, who we've met, and most importantly, the content that we have consumed, whether that might be a video game or a TV show or a book or a movie or even some music. Mm-hmm. And in the case of Greg, he's got this Don't Fear the Reaper song stuck in his head, hummed by a possessing spirit, or maybe just your schizophrenia, latent, acting up finally.
Your schizophrenia!
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
Yeah, think about that.
I'll think about it. Also, you were the one who this week came up with this Boxcar, which looks light. It looks mobile. Looks a little...
Come on, you could say it. It's paper mache. It's a paper mache boxcar.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't offer a ton by the way of shelter.
It's a big pinata. I'm sorry.
And
this is the best I could come up with.
Hey,
today.
no, it's okay. Again, I'm not complaining about it. It's always nice that we even have shelter from the elements and that we can meet up like this and set up this equipment and talk and all that. It's great. So I didn't mean to bring it up in like a negative way.
Yeah, I mean, look at us. We're a couple flame hots inside this pinata. Look at all this other candy I got here. Look, here's sardine paste.
And that's gross.
What else we got here? Oh, we've got a can of refried black beans.
Oh, I'll take that.
Empty.
Oh,
empty.
Damn it! I don't
Rimmed.
even want that.
What else we got here? Oh, a couple nuts and bolts. Mmm.
Pecans?
No.
Almonds?
No.
Cashews?
No. Those are rich people nuts.
Oh, okay.
You know what's a poor people nut?
Peanut.
Toenails. That's the best I could come up with. Here, you want one?
No.
I pulled it off this morning.
No, thank you. I don't.
Because for whatever reason, your tainted irony blood is rejecting my fingernails and toenails.
My blood is rich with irony. Sarcasm as well.
I'm gonna kill you.
So, anyway, yeah, I'm glad to be alive. I'm feeling still kind of high. I just got out of the hospital like 2 days ago, so I'm like, I think there might still be some morphine coursing through, but I'm feeling really good.
I feel like morphine is probably taking up a majority of your blood.
Yeah, definitely. I'm low still. There's no doubt about that. And also, if you look here, look at that.
Ah!
You see that?
Don, did they split it down the middle? Do you have
Yes.
a double penis?
Yes. Transplanted. The first mid-level bi-penis transplant.
It's very black.
The right half is mine, the original.
I can see that.
And the left
same shade
half-
as yours. That one's not the same shade.
No, this was donated.
It's big. Mm-hmm. It looks like it filled up that hole nice and good.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Question. Do you feel even more lightheaded now? Because now you have blood flow going to two heads.
I don't know. I haven't become erect since leaving the hospital.
Good. Let's keep it that way. Because I don't want you cutting your nuts and drowning me.
I don't want that either.
And turning my skin to a darker shade of red.
I can't promise that'll never happen again, but I will tell you that I will make every effort to ensure that it does not. Is that fair?
I'm half tempted to choke you until you turn blue so we can be the red and blue Oni.
Fine, but then you're going to see that erection if you do.
Damn, your auto asphyxiation. God damn.
I can't help it. Okay, so this is not necessarily typical. Greg and I are just reconvening it because last week I almost died and it was some crazy stuff.
You almost killed us.
Yeah, but we're alive again now. We got a nice paper Look at this.
Don't hit it too hard.
I'm sorry about that. It is paper mache. It really is paper mache. In this, the walls and the ceiling and the floor are paper mache. However, You got some egg cartons. You got some foam on the inside, so the sound quality's not bad. The door is nice and tiny, so it still feels a little secure in some way. Not a lot of opportunity for, like, you know, the meeting of the walls to offer, like, a weak point for penetration. Nothing like that. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Also, I will tell you, right off the bat here, since we're talking about content and this is what we do and all that, while I was in the hospital, it afforded me a good opportunity to make use of some Netflix and some TV and some other stuff.
Well, what did you get to dabble in?
Well, from the hospital bed, the first 3 days I was there, while I snacked on some juice and cookies, someone fired up the Netflix, the lovely nurse, Melinda. And
Melinda's very sweet.
She was wonderful. Always checking on me.
She's got a very high tolerance.
Yeah, and
she can also handle her patients really well.
And a strong drug finger. Like she was hitting that button to run the morphine and like the painkillers up. I mean, every time she came in, she was buzzing that thing, and I was like, "Thank you, you're the best."
Yeah, they don't call her middle finger Melinda for nothing.
Yeah, she's on that.
She's a masher.
I know. So I was high. I was loving it. And then she leaves on Netflix and she gives me the little remote and she just, like sidles on out of there. And I'm flipping through Netflix and I'm looking at the feed and I was struck by this one option.
Kids mode.
Maybe. No. This can't have been kids mode. It was an adult show. It was an adult show.
Oh, okay.
But there was an attractive lady in a cowboy hat for like the shot of what the show is, and so I clicked on it, and I'm like, maybe there's gonna be some Western porn or something like that. This is gonna be great. But what didn't end up being that. It ended up being
disappointment.
A little bit. It's okay. I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it properly anyway. I was with the operation and everything. But I was lying there. I fired this up. It ended up being a mini series called Godless, and it's a Netflix original. It's 7 parts, each part roughly about an hour, so you're talking about like 7 hours of TV. But you think 7 episodes, like, was it too short, whatever? No, it was a perfect story arc. It didn't need any more or any less than what it had. Typical Western, slow burn, a lot of build-up. Stranger comes to town at the beginning. You're kind of trying to place who is who and what's all going on in this world. But they build up and everything, and they reveal things through the plot, and by the end of it, the last episode is all payoff. There's a showdown, guns blazing. It's wonderful. It's really, really an excellent watch. Jeff Daniels plays the villain, and he was one of the real highlights of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Jeff Daniels anyway. He's a good actor, and he's comedically very great, but this portrayal of Frank Griffin, the villain in this Western, was really, really stunning stuff. I mean, he made this character come to life, and he was haunting. He freaked you out. He was very threatening the whole time.
Was he haunted himself? Was he a ghost? Was he a ghost cowboy?
He was not a ghost cowboy, although the ghosts of his past very clearly were perturbing him on a regular basis.
I mean, like, there's ghosts of the past, and then there's ghosts.
I know.
I like a ghost. I like a good old spookin'. I like a good old spoopy adventure. Good old spoopin'.
Is that what you're really hoping for when Freak comes to tuck you in at night, that you're actually going to glimpse a ghost? Like, you're not actually having him there because you're scared.
I want to watch how he kills ghosts.
You want to see a real ghost, and you want Freak, the spirit detective, to kill one in front of you.
Yeah. That's my dream.
I feel like I would feel bad for that ghost. I don't care how evil they are. You're being killed twice. That's rough.
You got to deserve it at that point.
Definitely.
If you're staying a ghost, you deserve it. Like, you did something. You did something that was pretty bad, or you're just a big, giant wiener.
And you're hanging around for whatever reason, right? It's like, is your
ghost... And it's for, like, dumb reasons. It's like,
usually,
my girlfriend dumped me.
I have unpaid parking tickets. No. Well, that doesn't matter. Go to heaven or hell or wherever. Not a good reason to stick around.
Hell doesn't have any IOUs or anything like that.
Nor does it validate.
No, it does not.
So, anyway, Godless, Netflix. There were I'm blanking on a lot of the cast now. Not a lot of big names in it, but recognizable faces, and it was just
except Jeff Daniels.
Yes, excuse me.
You okay there? You had enough can to chew on there?
Well,
Billy Goat Gruff?
Do you ever have enough? Really? I could always snack on one. It's not like...
You could also chop off that second head that you got down there.
I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? This is a brand new penis head. I've got mine, and I have a new one, unused, completely unfettered with my past mistakes.
I think that would be like some woman's greatest fear. Like she like unzips the pants and like things are getting all sexy, and then all of a sudden just two pop up, and you're like, ah! Ah!
And I'm not going to warn anybody. I'm not going to warn anybody
keep
what's
that
coming.
shit a secret? Mm-hmm. That's terrible.
I want to see the reactions. The one chick who's into it, wifey material, right there. I'm holding it down. That's how I know. That's my test now. I can say...
That's your testes right now?
That's my testes. Soft and low. Anyway, Godless. Netflix. Jeff Daniels. Really, really good. Worth the watch. If you like Westerns, this is very true to the genre, and it's just a fun... Well, not fun all the way, but fun for the last episode.
What are some of the cowboy adventures? Is it very like Westworldy in terms of like...
No, there's like, there's a woman who's, she lives... It's a mining town. It takes place in this mining town, which a few years before the show takes place, dealt with a tragedy. If you imagine a small mining town in the West, it was entirely built around this coal mine, and one day... all the men in the town, pretty much, because every man in that town worked in the mine, they had a disaster, like the shaft collapsed or like something happened down in the mine, they had a cave-in. Almost all the men in the town died. So this is a town which is sitting on a coal mine, which has value, and there's almost exclusively women in this town. So you come into the story, and the world is just kind of finding out about this all-female town with a coal mine. And so
everyone's like, oh gosh, we can't let the women take over this town.
Well, there's businessmen who obviously want in on the coal mine, and they want to come tap it. They
let me
tap
into your deep cavern.
Yeah.
There.
Let me feel you.
Let me get around your walls.
Let me feel what you got going on down there.
Let me dig down there.
Yeah, there's definitely some of those characters.
Of course there is. Mm-hmm. That sounds interesting, though.
Yeah.
I like Jeff Daniels, so I'll check it out whenever I get the chance to actually come across someone with Netflix, and hopefully they're watching it.
I know. I really lucked out. I started to milk like the injury toward the end just so I could finish the series. I was kind of like
just sitting in bed going, the nurse, my two dicks.
The nurse kind of knew that I was like, I could probably go, but again, she was lovely and she let me finish the series.
She didn't flick you, did she? Because
she did not.
When middle finger Melissa comes around, just whack.
Melinda. Maybe that's why she flicked you.
Maybe.
She's fucking with her name.
I don't remember names too well.
I know. That's okay. I mean, I do. I actually, and I feel like that's one of the reasons we're such a good pair. I go out and I do a lot of the talking, and I preserve the relationships that we have with a lot of these people. You're great at making enemies, and one of the ways you do that is forgetting people's names and just greeting them with some other name.
I just by accident make enemies.
Yeah.
Just last week, I angered some hot dog cart guy.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I told him to stop putting hairs in my hot dog. He had a big beard.
He didn't like that?
No, I was like, stop putting your beard around my hot dog.
What did he do?
He was like, What beard? And I was like, that big beard that you got right there.
Your pube beard on your face.
Your nut sack chin.
Your curly chin hairs.
Your raggly sack chin.
You're peppering my hot dog with them.
You're lightly brushing them.
I did not ask for pubes on my dog. Okay?
Please get your beard off my doggo.
I asked for mustard and relish only. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I will take a fresh one out of your tub now.
I also told him to smother it in ketchup, and he seemed really offended when I said that.
Smother's a strange word.
Yeah, but I wanted that hot dog to be just like me. Just a very dark shade of red.
I feel like you're really struggling with this self-image now that your skin is like tainted red.
Gee, Don, I wonder why.
Well, what's the big deal?
People think I'm a fucking demon.
People think we're demons anyway. We're homeless. You see some of the looks that we get?
People think I'm badass. I'm the man with the mushroom leg.
Have you seen kids look at that leg? kids do not think you're badass.
Yeah, they do. They
No.
see that and they're like, "Whoa, shit! That dude kicked a car."
Not the kids that I've
That's
seen.
the dude that caved in that dragon's face with his own foot.
The 6 kids that I have seen react to your leg all screamed and hid behind their parents' leg. Proper human leg. That's what I've seen.
I have been given a gift by the harvest gods.
I love it. I love the mushroom leg. Again, you did kick Draco in the face. You saved us with that. You were able to save me last week when this boxcar was filling up with blood. I mean, I love the mushroom leg. But I'm just saying, kids, whatever. That doesn't even matter. What matters is, do you feel like people are looking at you differently now that your skin is like tainted red?
Yes.
You really feel like
Yes.
this is a Hellboy complex?
Yes.
Huh.
I feel like if I put 2 raw hamburger patties on my forehead to make it look like his fucking horns.
When he shaves them?
Yes. There's just big ol' hamburgers. It looks like those Kirkland frozen hamburgers that you get at like Costco.
Kirkland.
Just fucking glued to his forehead.
Salmon patties.
And they see me
That's-
walk down the street. Here's the man and his big, heavy black hoodie coat with dark red skin, a fucked up glowy leg, and he keeps yelling about like fucking
Demons.
Final Fantasy shit.
Yeah.
When I wasn't stained, I was just fine. I was feared normally. Now I'm feared like in an extraterrestrial way. Look at me.
It's not going to last forever.
You say that. It's been a week. This has not gone away.
I know. It is weird. I was not
It's like
expecting it.
pouring tomato soup onto a fine rug. And no matter how hard you scrub, that fucking tomato juice is there forever.
Well, yeah, well, then it just adds character to it. Then all of a sudden it becomes that rug that, remember that time when I spilled tomato juice on the
I will
rug?
not be remembered as the Chicago demon.
Well, don't worry. People are going to remember you for way worse stuff than just your red tainted skin.
I don't want people to remember me for bad things.
It's probably, I think it's unavoidable, really. You're just an enemy maker. That's what you do.
Am I a bad person?
I don't think so. You saved my life. I mean,
Okay.
I meet up with you every week because I enjoy your company and because I feel better about the chances of, like, me getting any food with the two of us putting our heads together, you know?
Or do you like using me so I can scare away parents so we can steal their picnic baskets?
I mean, that is a bonus, definitely. But...
I'm starting to feel that this relationship is a little parasitic right now.
Para what? I said don't look at it anymore, okay?
I can't help it.
Just
There are
leave it.
two of them.
Just leave it.
They want attention, both of them. Like sometimes only one wants one, sometimes the other, and then sometimes they're both standing for attention.
What's weird is that I feel like the transplanted one is a kind of antenna of some way. It's like picking up signals. I'm getting like these...
You're getting mixed signals right now?
I'm getting mixed signals, and some of them are like old-timey radio broadcasts.
Oh, yeah?
I'm hearing them in... That's what I've been hearing, like not... Yeah, actually kind of now, a little bit. It's like constant, and it'll just be like, I'll just be going, I'll be walking through the streets, and it's nighttime, and then all of a sudden it's just like...
Hey, who's that behind that corner? The shadow knows.
I'm like, ooh. Exactly. But it's crackly and old-timey. It's like a radio through time. And it's just beaming inside my head, and I think it's because of this antenna.
I'm amazed that you're actually picking up a radio station around here that likes to keep it old-timey.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of surprised, too. I'm not sure where this could possibly be.
Are they talking about the Signal Oil Company? They're talking about the railroads. Those are going to be they're going to be the new thing, you understand? It's going to be moving this country fast-paced. We're going to be coast to coast.
No one will ever move as fast as the roller coaster.
Never. We all got to be doing stuff now, you understand? Manifest destiny. We've reached the West Coast.
Now it's time to go into the ocean. Drip, drip, boys. Grab your snorkels and gears. We're building these trains right to China.
Have you heard about the color pictures? You've heard about those. They have color now. Technicolor. It's amazing. You're looking into a rainbow.
It's technically color, but in some eyes, it's not really full color.
The reds don't come through that well.
I'm sorry for those that are colorblind, but this is technically color.
Yes. That's the kind of stuff I've been picking up from after my transplant.
Well, that seems a lot more optimistic than what I've been picking up.
Yeah,
I've got dad rock, but with like death threats.
It's true. That's true. It's so bad. Don't fear the Reaper.
The Reaper will take you away, Greg Broderick. Your red skin will fit in perfectly. Come on, baby.
Oh gosh, yeah, Hellboy is a good one. It makes me think of Hellboy. Yeah.
Hellboy
It makes
you think of Hellboy?
It makes me think of Hellboy. It's kind of a redundancy thing going on in my head right now. But what I was going to say, though, is that Hellboy makes me think of comic books, makes me think of Disney, and some news earlier this week I caught on a newspaper as it blew by me across the street and then attached to my face. And when I detached it, right splashed across the front cover, Disney buying a majority of 21st Century Fox.
I mean, to be fair, that happened a while ago. It's been a couple weeks now.
Why, and why would I, yeah, old newspaper. But why would I care about that? Why would I care at all? You know why.
Because Deadpool can now make Mickey Mouse jokes.
Haha. Wow. Mark with a mouth. Why did you turn away from me? I don't like guns, you see.
Gosh, what are you doing with that gun there, Wade?
Oh my God. You stabbed Goofy. And Donald. Get a hold of yourself, Wade. You're a real punk, you know that? That's what I say. Yeah, okay. Yes, that's what I was thinking. No, that isn't what I was thinking.
You were thinking of how Wade Wilson silently killed Mickey, Donald, and Goofy?
Let me just finish this note to Minnie. Dear Minnie.
Dear Minnie,
I was gonna tell you a long time ago.
but I've been in a sexual relationship with Goofy. Ha.
Ha!
Ha. Joke's on you, bitch. Ha.
He satisfied me more than you ever could. Your polka dot dresses. Ha!
He liked it when I yodeled.
He's the best yodeler I ever heard. Oh boy. My one regret is that I won't be able to hear that sweet noise anymore.
Hey, Donald. Mickey and Minnie Mouse go to a marriage counselor. And the marriage counselor says, now when you called, you said that your wife was acting very crazy. He goes, I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was fucking goofy. Gorsh.
Yeah. So something similar to that. No, what I was thinking of is Disney buys a good portion of 21st Century Fox.
It basically buys the movie stuff.
It buys the movie stuff. I know from what people have been saying, it's about the streaming. Disney, they're getting a controlling share of Hulu with this purchase.
Yep.
Then they're going to launch 2 new streaming services. They're going to launch a sports one with ESPN, and they're going to launch a kid-centered streaming service.
Oh, boy!
Yeah, for their movies, for their Disney Channel original movies, their shows, younger audiences and whatever. But something that I think concerns you and I more is that this way, now all of a sudden, Disney owns the rights to X-Men.
Disney owns the rights to every single Marvel movie franchise now.
Not Spider-Man. Sony still owns that, don't they? But they're allowed to use him.
They have a deal where they're like, stop fucking around with Spider-Man. We'll give you some money.
Right.
You'll get some of it.
Get a little taste.
But Spider-Man's us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I were Sony, look, they can make the games. They can. I mean, that's a cash cow. So definitely.
But yeah, now that they have Fox, they have everybody.
I think
they have the Fantastic Four. They
Yeah.
have X-Men, and they have Deadpool.
And
the Inhumans.
Yes, exactly. So I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, this is that thing where everyone's kind of been talking about with Marvel, and the possibility of Marvel versus X-Men situation. That seems to be the thing that everybody, has been looking forward to for a while. Marvel versus X-Men. That's obviously something people have been looking at and wondering about. Now that's a very real possibility. Not even just a possibility, I would say it's a probability, wouldn't you?
It's probably going to happen in the next wave of Marvel movies. I'm a little saddened by this just because, like, I don't want Disney to own everything. I liked what Fox has been doing lately. Fox has decided to go, no, fuck that satirized fucking Disney shit. Let's do our own weird thing.
Right.
Like Deadpool is basically a full blown comedy, and it's like a huge hit of R-rated comic book movies. Then Logan comes out, and it's a fucking fantastic film.
Yeah.
Like it's this smash fucking Western superhero movie. It's not even a superhero movie. It's fucking Western.
Right. Then they got that Fox also had The Gifted, that Legion show, which people seem to like.
And Humans is coming out, and that's going to be a horror, like psychological horror movie.
Yeah, they were going a different way than what Marvel's been doing with their hero movies. So I understand. I totally get you.
I'm just waiting now for like the headlines, because this is what happened with the Han Solo movie of Disney putting in their big white gloved fucking hand and just smacking good ideas out of their hands. Like, it's like you know, your grandpa reading the newspaper, and then you just smack it right out of his hand. You're like, oh, fuck you, grandpa. Why? Because kids rule and old people drool.
I was reading that.
No, you're gonna die.
I can't read. My grandpa was a sad figure.
Yeah,
but
and dyslexic.
Yeah, totally, all those things. But you brought up what I was going to next bring up, is that's a totally valid concern, and I think that's what people have already raised. Look what Disney has done to the Star Wars franchise already in terms of the changes that they've made.
There will be a Star Wars movie every year until like 2029.
Yes, and then there's also the Marvel superhero movies, and it's just, you look at, you know, you and I both saw the Star Wars movie, Episode 8.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, we managed...
The Last Man.
Yeah, we befriended that one theater employee over at the Western Regal City.
We swiped him a couple clams.
Yeah, and
that I grabbed from the local Long John Silver's.
Mm-hmm, and he is a seafood fanatic, so he was very appreciative, and he agreed to let us in the back way and set aside 2 seats for us opening night for Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Yes.
So, luckily, we were both able to see it. Enjoyable. I think we both enjoyed it.
I think we both liked that movie.
Yeah, it was...
I think there was only one moment where we audibly groaned.
Yeah, and that's my point, is that the movie overall, 95% of it, enjoyable. It's good. It's appealing. It's entertaining. It has all the moments that are payoffs for a viewer.
And it's not a carbon copy of Empire, which was my biggest fear.
I know, exactly. Well, which is fair, because that's what Episode 7 arguably was for New Hope. This Episode 8 was not a carbon copy of Empire, and that was nice. But there were moments in it which were super cheesy, and not the kind of cheesy that like the old 70s and 80s Star Wars movies were, but the kind of cheesy of like, hey, look,
modern Disney, like Marvel movie humor to it.
Like all of a sudden,
zippy one-liners.
Exactly. And think about this. There's a scene where they're in the middle of a huge battle. They're backed up against the wall, the Resistance. You've got AT-ATs, you've got this force of the First Order.
I get it.
Yeah, that was actually that was unintended. But
liar.
You have it, and it's coming at him. And it's you know, the stakes couldn't be higher. They're all staring death in the face. And then all of a sudden, everything stops for a moment that one character can run across the screen and go pull another one out of a ship and kiss. And, like, just lightly on the lips.
I don't think we should have said this because this is spoiler territory.
But I didn't say which characters.
I think we can all guess who it was.
Don't say anything.
It was Chewbacca!
Jar Jar Binks! He's back!
Jar Jar Binks has finally returned as the Sith Lord.
And he kissed him with his ears.
Lisa gonna kiss you right on the lipsies.
No, please, Jar Jar, don't. Ah, so wet. Get away.
I use Burt's Bees.
I don't care what you use. Stop it.
It's tingly.
God,
yes, Misa like the tingle.
Greg, I asked you not to...
Misa wanna rub my face all over yours.
Ugh. Greg, I asked you not to bring Jar Jar back here anymore.
Sorry, he's the only person in town that actually is not afraid of my dark, horrifying red skin.
Fine. He can stay. You can stay, Jar Jar. You can
stay. Misa like you. Misa like your big forehead.
Like me from a distance.
Come back here. Lisa want to wrap his rabbit ears around you.
Get away. I don't need any rabbit ears around me. Stop it. Get off of me. Get off of me.
Come here.
All right, that's enough.
Lisa want to be your friend.
Okay, so Jar Jar, whatever. That was no spoilers for the Star Wars thing, but it is...
Until he put on his big Sith mask and he said, Mr. fucking murder you. And he grabs Finn up from the air and he fucking Batman, like...
breaks his back over his knee.
Throws him into a ditch. and then uses his force powers to fill in the cavern with the other side of the cavern.
Ooh, that was a good part. Yeah. So
Sandwich crushes him, and he's like, "Oh, Lisa, no, come back. Lisa dead."
Yeah. That was. I was not expecting that. That's for sure.
I also wasn't expecting Mickey Mouse to appear as this big, like white gloved, like figure in the sky to come down onto the battlefield. And just as things were starting to get cool and tense, and as a heroic sacrifice is about to happen, he smacks the ship out of the way and goes, "No, PG-13, that's enough. Stop being a bitch.
We got too close to offensive territory. People almost died.
Safe places."
Yeah, strange, but anyway, your point about Disney's impact. How big of a role do they have as owners, and what right do they have to sort of change the content based on their funding of it?
I think that not The Last Jedi, I don't think that was the perfect example of Disney putting its hand in when it shouldn't have. I think the Han Solo movie is a better example of that.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you know everything that's happened with that, right?
Not everything,
no. So the original directors were Phil Lord and his other buddy, I forget his name. The guys who created, like, Clone High, and they did the Lego movie.
Okay.
But, like, they are this mega writing team. And they are let go due to disputes with Disney. So now Ron Howard is directing the movie.
I did read that
the
Ron
movie comes out
Howard's
next
directing
year.
it. Yeah.
I think it might have been pushed back. To be fair, like I'm not able to get in touch with news related stuff as very often.
Except for papers blowing around the streets.
And
that's all we
word
got.
on the street. Mm-hmm. And just like everyone else in the world, sometimes we're a little slow to the draw.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like. They're doing all these reshoots and shit, and you have to think about it like Disney got rid of two directors, two very competent and well-liked directors, in order for them to fit in line with what they want to create. Remember when this last happened with Ant-Man?
Oh, yes, I do. We've talked about that before. It's a huge casualty of that.
Think about what would Ant-Man have been like if Edgar Wright stayed at the helm the entire time?
Probably would have been what everyone was hoping it was going to be.
We will never know.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, the story beats that he wrote are still there, and there are a lot of scenes where I'm like, yep, that's Edgar Wright right there. Mm-hmm. But then the new director comes in, and he's fine and all, but you can tell that it's a hack job of, like, trying to save a movie with the original director's intent, but now with Disney going, no, make what we want.
Fall in line, huh?
And to Last Jedi's credit, there's a lot of originality in this, which I'm really happy about. I would say that there's definitely 1/3 of the movie that's overall weak, and it's probably Finn's storyline.
Yes.
Because you can easily, like, I don't think this is a spoiler. You can split the movie into 3 parts.
Definitely.
There's Leia and Poe with the rebels. Mm-hmm. There's Finn and Rose, his new friend, trying to find a hacker.
And then there's Luke and Rey.
Rey, Luke, and Kylo Ren.
Right.
And the Poe stuff and the Rey stuff is amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so well done. There's a lot of great fucking moments. There are some good jokes. There's a lot of, like, understanding of, like, how like war stuff works,
Right.
And trying to be the hero will fuck you up,
Yeah.
which I ended up really, really liking about this movie.
Yeah.
But then like everything involving Finn and Rose was like
Just snore.
Look, they go to a casino planet. It's a casino, guys.
And they're, I mean, not to take anything away from the actors, I think they did fine. Really, it was just that like their chemistry felt like forced. You know what I mean?
It totally was.
Like them,
100%.
their with Rose's backstory and how Finn fit in with her and how they progressed along that plot in that section of the movie. Everything about their relationship just didn't feel right. It didn't feel genuine, and it's part of what took you out of it.
But it was obviously put in there because they needed that beat. Because I feel like they want this film to act like Empire in the way that it's the darkest film. That's the way that people see each of the Star Wars trilogies. It's like the second movie is supposed to be the darkest one.
Yes.
Empire, I think, is the only one that was able to be perfectly dark, have a lot of really dark moments, but at the same time still be fun and really well made.
And leave you with a streak of hope still. As dark as it was, it left you with the knowledge that there was still a chance, there was still hope, that everything wasn't lost.
And Last Jedi does that too. Last Jedi is leagues darker than A Force Awakens. It's a lot more mature.
It's a lot more mature. I don't know if I would say that it's that much darker. I was actually just thinking.
I would, because of the whole war stuff and like the fact that the majority of the storyline involving Leia and Poe is war and is about the losses of war.
Yeah.
That was pretty dark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. But I mean, there's the orphan part of Force Awakens. And then I will just say, to avoid spoilers, that at the end of each movie there are losses, and I felt that Force Awakens, with the losses in that movie, loss of characters and like the deaths, that was a really dark, it took you to a really dark point. And then you felt a streak of hope at the end of it. And I kind of felt similar with this one, but at the end, I almost felt like it didn't go as dark before bringing you up.
I disagree at like 100%. There's the amount of loss between the first movie and the second movie is exponentially different. There's so much bigger numbers.
Yeah, but numbers are nothing. I mean, they're meaningless characters dying. That doesn't mean anything from you.
But that sets up the world. That sets up the setting.
I know, but
sets up the theming.
But as a viewer, that's no payoff. Like they're not.
Yes,
making,
it is.
No, you're not making me feel bad because some extra just died. I don't care about that.
It's about the heroes. The heroes are the rebels, and the fact that the rebels are almost destroyed. That's a big impact.
Yeah.
The whole movie is about the impact of this Rebel Alliance is like it's held together by a thread.
Right.
Like that's this whole movie. Like the whole rush of, if we don't get this done right, everyone will die. This whole resistance. There's no one else.
Right. No, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I didn't feel that.
The stakes in that are so much bigger than the first movie because they have a fully realized army. They had a fighting force against the First Order. The Last Jedi sets up that there's pretty much only one ship left.
Right. Yeah, their force was vastly diminished, the Resistance. I mean, they did lose a lot of people and a lot of numbers in between 7 and 8, without question. Personally, I didn't feel those stakes when I watched it this first time. I mean, maybe I'll feel differently when I watch it again, but
I don't know how, because the extras in the first movie felt like nothing because they had such powers on their force, because Rey is established at the beginning, she is very gifted. Mm-hmm. Coming of Jedi. She knows what she's fucking doing. You've got Han Solo, the best smuggler in the world. It felt like everything was going on their side. Whereas this one, it's like, oh, we can keep pulling in all these powers, all these people that we want, but it doesn't seem to be helping.
Yeah.
And that was the overall like theme of this movie, like the last thread of hope to keep this new world alive. And I thought this movie was really good. Like really good at that. It's also really good for kids, which is, I think that's the most important thing about Star Wars movies. I don't think we've talked about it on the show. We don't like Rogue One.
No, I don't like Rogue One.
We saw Rogue One, and neither one of us were a fan.
It was not only in terms of the Star Wars universe, but I don't like it as a movie in general. I think if you take Star Wars out of the context, if the movie title was just Rogue One and there was no and you didn't say a Star Wars movie, there is no payoff to that movie. The characters are no one. They're going off somewhere to get something.
They're getting a thing that is already established in the original movie of them just saying, we have this.
Yeah.
We have it. Who cares how we got it? Like, the explanation of just many people died to get the schematics.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's all you needed. It was an unnecessary movie, and I think
it was like so uninteresting too.
And that's why it just couldn't be saved. No matter what, as I was watching Rogue One, I could not forget that it was a movie that didn't need to be made. So, regardless of the superfluous battle scenes of AT-AT storming a beach, regardless of the lore of lightsaber crystals, and watching Forrest Whitaker,
the blind guy,
Forrest Whitaker blowing up a planet and doing his crazy,
here's this character that's just established and all he does is exposition.
Yeah, exactly. So I just, we didn't like Rogue One, and I'm fine saying that, but I enjoyed Force Awakens, and I don't know, I guess I would put Episode 8 on par with Force Awakens or a little above it. I would say that.
I'd say I put it above Force Awakens. I need to watch it again to see if I like it more than Return of the Jedi. Because that movie has moments that are excellent, but it also has moments that are fucking horrible.
Which movie? Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, the beginning scene is cool, and then like 90% of that movie takes place on the Ewok world, and the Ewoks are not likable.
Endor. Isn't that Endor?
Yeah. All the stuff with Luke and Vader is great. Like, that ending battle between the two is great.
It's a great payoff.
There's a lot of good payoff in that. It's just that there's a lot of Ewok shit where you're just like, oh no,
but 3PO gets to tell his story to the Ewoks, and it's an amazing payoff for him because in A New Hope, he says he's not a very good story.
Also have good payoff.
Oh, shut up! We're not talking about you. We are. Why did you? It's
Lisa, get poopy.
Get poopy. Ew! It smells. It's on me. What's your problem? You're so gross.
Lisa's so lonely.
Get out of here. Go be lonely elsewhere.
Fine, Lisa, leave.
Good.
Lisa, never come back. Yeah,
Great.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Take your poop feet out of here.
Lisa
Jesus.
gonna go, and Lisa gonna make my own podcast.
Great.
With blackjack and hookers.
Nobody's gonna listen to that.
In fact, forget the podcast and the blackjack.
Okay, I can get down on that, Jar Jar, but still leave.
Well, Lisa not invited.
Unless you have hookers, do not come back here.
Lisa gonna get hookers, and Lisa gonna have me own brothel.
All right, well, you better wait.
Lisa not invited.
You better wash your feet off before you try and, solicit anybody to do anything.
Lisa, wipe my feet all over your shitty paper mache walls.
Don't do that. Get out of here now.
Ugh.
All right, yeah. No, I'm sorry. Return of the Jedi. I don't, it's my least favorite of the original three, yes, but I still like it because it is the payoff of the series, and there are a lot of moments that are sort of tied neatly together. And 3PO telling the story to the young Ewoks with all his sound effects and all that shit, that is a great payoff for the viewer, too. It's very cool.
I don't know.
I like Ewoks. I like them more than the fucking little birds in Episode 8.
I'd rather...
The obvious, cute little gimmick ripcord from Disney.
I would take them.
Look at these, kids! You like these, don't you?
I would rather
look
have
how cute they are.
I would rather have a Porg in my life.
They were pointless.
So were the Ewoks.
No, they actually had, like, a society.
Wow,
and
garbage teddy bear world.
And they had traps. And they had traps.
Oh, wow, they're so good at trapping.
They were Swiss Family Robinson of Endor with their redwoods, and they had a culture and a language.
It was like the shitty Winnie the Pooh world.
Porgs, they didn't even have a world. They were birds in a nest, and then they just got into the Millennium Falcon,
and they
bothered Chewbacca. They just bothered him the whole time.
They put their vegan agenda in his life.
Yeah, that's what they did. And then they're jumping on wires, and Chewie's like, and he just shoves them out of the way.
Yeah, at least
and then they just all they do is scream and chirp, and it's just, oh, look at how cute they are. They were way more pointless than the Ewoks. They had nothing.
No way. I would rather take a Porg than an Ewok any day.
I would eat all those Porgs, and when I was full, I would burn the rest of them down. I would
take the remains of those Ewoks and take them to a Build-A-Bear and say, hey, can you do anything with this? And they're like, no, we don't keep ugly, fucking, disgusting Eskimo bear shits in our store.
With midget sweat on the inside of the costume.
With Warwick Davis's sweat lined in every single bear suit.
Yeah, no, Porgs suck. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Porgs,
and Ewoks rule.
Porgs are there for a simple joke. Ewoks are there to ruin your experience.
No,
they're there to be like, we're fun little bears.
They gave crackers to Leia. He gave a little nub.
Wow.
He gave a little nub to Leia. She was hungry.
Wow.
She was hungry, and he fed her.
You sympathize? You wish you got that nub?
Yes, I do.
You wish that an Ewok just walked in here and gave you a nub?
I wish you brought an Ewok in here instead of Jar Jar.
I'd rather have Jar Jar than an Ewok.
You are insane. I cannot even believe you're saying that to me right now and looking me in the face. Jar Jar walked in poop, and he smeared it all over your fucking papier-mâché car, and then he just left. And you would rather have him than an Ewok with a nub? I'm starving.
Yes. Absolutely.
What am I going to do?
100%.
Lick the shit streak off the papier-mâché like it's fucking Willy Wonka?
Yes.
No.
It probably tastes like snozberries. Here, look.
No, don't do it! I can't watch you do that.
Yep, that was shit, all right.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me get... Yep. Raccoon shit.
Oh, my God. I didn't even think there was anything in my stomach for me to vomit, and I did.
Wow, I'm amazed that your stomach has a limit, but your blood doesn't.
Yeah, that is weird. The doctors couldn't give me an answer about it either. They had no answer as to why I just kept bleeding. They don't know where it came from.
The doctors didn't give me a good answer, too. Why I look like I belong in a recycling ad.
That's not a bad idea. We should really go pitch that. We could probably get some money.
No, because I want the world to burn.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because this is a world that created Ewoks.
This is why you make enemies and not friends. This right here is why. You just said you want the world to burn.
I fucking hate Ewoks.
Ewoks love you.
Oh, wow. Tryhards. You just want that attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they're better than Porgs. That's all I'm saying.
I'd rather have a Porg.
I'd rather have a Porg in a fucking pot.
You know why?
And
because we don't have to sit there and watch the Ewok culture and how blossoming it is.
That's
it's
a
just
Porg.
A bird.
That's all it does.
Yeah, it's a bird. It's just a fucking bird.
A CGI piece of shit bird that bothers Chewbacca.
Fuck you. Majority of those were puppets. Chewbacca wasn't a puppet either. Thank you, Chewbacca. At least he's on my side.
No, I don't think he is. That was an angry
No,
grunt.
That was not. You obviously see that he kept all those Porgs on because he liked them. Yeah, see?
I guess he did. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you're here, Chewie. All right.
How's that vegan diet coming? Yeah, me too. You could basically say that we're vegan right now. I
by
think that's
force,
just,
not by
force.
choice.
Yeah.
You miss Han? You ever miss Han?
Yeah, I miss him too, but I know that Harrison Ford doesn't, so... Good
yeah,
luck.
no, he's made that very clear. Hey, Chewie, you remember Jar Jar, right?
He's a cool dude, isn't he?
No. Yeah, why don't you listen? You see that? Smell that shit streak right on the right wall of that. Yeah, take that. Take the scent. Go out and find Jar Jar and fucking bring me his corpse because I don't ever want to fucking see or hear from that guy again.
He's making a... I wonder if Chewie's going to actually join his brothel.
I'm just happy knowing that there's somebody out there that I think might actually kill Jar Jar, and I'll never have to fucking see that guy again. He walked in here with fucking shit on his feet, and he wiped it on the wall on his exit. And his voice is the most annoying thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, you know what isn't annoying? The Last Jedi. It's a very good movie, and I think I can easily recommend it to all of our listeners.
Yeah, you can watch that. Everybody else is watching it, so go ahead, jump on that train. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead and watch a Disney Star Wars movie. Just watch as Disney continues to just put its white glove, the two fingers on the index hand of that white glove,
and the pinky sticking out with the ring finger.
They
there.
are just going right into everything, just in the back door, and all of a sudden it's just that little puppet hand dictating what everything we love does.
Speaking of back doors, hello, friends.
Freak, what are you doing here?
I heard that there was a ghostly disturbance, and I know that Greg needed a nap.
Yeah, that's true. Greg, you do look a little tired. You need a nap? You need a nappy?
No, I don't need a nap.
Someone looks tired.
Oh, I sense a very, very disturbing ghost around here.
Who's that big guy?
Whoa, that is a big hand.
Nice trench coat. Let me see what you got going on in there.
Whoa, stop. Don't stay away from my towel.
Undo it.
No, stay away.
I want to see what you got going on in there.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, it's 16 degrees outside. For those who don't know, I usually use Freak's dick as a thermometer.
Why is it blue,
Because it's very cold outside. Disturbing voice in the sky.
Well, that disturbs me,
Well, you know what else is disturbing is your presence on my friend's good home.
I was just wandering around. I heard them. Somebody sounded like Goofy, so I decided to see. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Holy shit, he just shot out a laser beam from his mouth.
Jesus.
That was awesome.
Freak.
Freak.
That was actually pretty cool, man. I didn't know that you could do something like that.
Yes, thank you. I worked very hard on my exorcism skills.
Well, hey, you know what? Props to you on that. Quick question. Where's my kazoo?
I gave it to Greg to return to you.
Yeah, well, he just ate it. So...
Gotcha.
He did give it to you to return to me.
Yeah, he did.
You showed it to me and then you ate it.
Sure did.
You fucking brought Jar Jar in here?
This is payment.
With poop on his feet?
This is payment for last week.
Yes, Greg seems very disturbed. It seemed like he came across a very red presence.
Here's a question for you, Freak. Do you think less of Greg now that his skin has a little taint to it?
Yes. He is the same color as most of the demons that I have destroyed.
Well, you're shallow, and I feel bad for you. You tuck him in every night, and yet you care about what color his skin is?
I still care about him. It's just that he has a very demonic presence to him, especially with that mushroom growing on his leg.
Yeah, why is it getting brighter right now? Why is that happening?
I don't know, but, it makes my...
Come on over here, motherfucker! Give me that mushroom, I want to eat it!
Never!
My God. Freak, that's crazy. Greg, what's happening to your leg? What are you doing?
I sense the evil from within.
Ooh.
The god of the mushroom harvest.
Oh, why are you grabbing at his mushroom?
Lord.
Why are you grabbing at his leg?
Free you.
Oh! Oh, no, not...
Oh, God!
Oh, don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh, all the tendons, man. It was like attached.
Whoa, what's happening to my skin?
It's back.
The pigments are rushing out of my knee.
Yeah, it's all flooding. Oh, it's filling up it's kind of ruining the floor of this papier-mâché boxcar, though. It's not filling it up like last time, but it's just dark. It's just dark like nanobots. They're like little dots just spilling out of there.
It's the same color as mine.
Hey, me too. I have black.
Yes. I thought all people do.
You guys are twisted. And there's a reason that you guys are buds. You deserve each other. You know what? You two deserve each other. You know what? You guys stay here. Greg, you have your little nap. Freak, you can tuck him in. I'm going to go find Chewie, and him and I are going to track down Jar Jar and fucking murder that piece of shit.
Very well. Until then, I will allow my sleepy boy to get to bed.
Great. You guys have a great time. I'll be off by myself, and hopefully I find my friend Chewie.
Okay, done.
Goodbye.
Porgs are better.
Porgs suck.
Porgs are better. Yes. Now return to sleep. I know you have lost a lot of power now, but remember that Donald still loves you. And for all of those who do love the Boxcar Buddies, you can always follow them on multiple social media websites, including Facebook, Twitter. You can even Gmail them. And you can always listen to their podcast on Podbean. We're also on iTunes and Android. So, shh. Be very quiet. And the boys will be back next week. Creeper. And Jar Jar will take your soul away. Oh, Jar Jar, kill me. Come on, baby.